Hello and welcome to day 3 of the 5-day abundance challenge, abundance reset. I am standing. We're going to do today a little bit different. I felt an energy, an inspiration to do this live in this way. So this is going to be the first time I'm doing it this way. Let me know in the comments if you're feeling the energy, if you're feeling good, whether you are tuning into the replay or you're tuning in with me live. Say hello, say hi, let me know that you can hear me and see me. So whether you are joining us in the replay, let us know, and I want for you to drop into the comments what your intention is for today. Set the intention today that you are going to receive exactly what you need. Let's set that intention. Let's set that expectation. You may not know what that looks like. You may not be completely clear about what that is even, but come with the expectation knowing that there is something for you today for you to receive. And today is all about the art of receiving abundantly. So come in with the intention that you are here to receive exactly what you need today, even though you don't know what it looks like. Let the universe surprise you, have fun with it, and that is what today is all about. So, yesterday we talked about getting in the frequency of abundance. Day 1, we talked about the abundance audit. So these are things that I highly recommend if you are just tuning in live now to tune into. Day 1 and Day 2 are foundational. They are highly recommended that you start there and then work your way here. But if you're here now, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am indeed about to do a workout. I'm feeling abundant. I'm feeling great. Lots of good energy. And so let's dive in. Let's dive in. So even if you don't know what it is that you are expecting today, expect that you will receive. When we look in nature, we can see that it is full of abundance. The birds are taken care of, the animals are taken care of, the ants do their thing. And so we know that we are abundant beings, abundance is our birthright, and that we live in an abundant universe. This is key. And so what's important for us is that in the busyness of life, we can tend to zoom in into our situation, really zoom in and focus on the things that are not working, when so many things outside of us are working so harmoniously, so synchronistically, that we might miss these miracles. They are literally everywhere. So drop into the chat if you agree with me on that they are everywhere. It's just that when we are so zoomed in and focused on what we're doing, paying the bills, high stress situations, then we can sometimes miss what is going on outside. So today is going to be a short and sharp training, just like the previous ones. But today, what I am doing here, what my intention is for you today, is to activate within you that art of receiving abundantly. The art to activate within you the eyes to see what's going on outside of your perspective, to zoom out from your perspective and to tap in to yourself intuitively, what it is that you want to experience, receive right now. So, receiving is our natural state. This is our natural state. Like I said, when we zoom into things and we're so fixated and we're so focused and magnetized on what it is that we want to achieve, we can sometimes fall into stress, fall into fear, fall into uncertainty. But when we are tapped in and energetically aligned with our truth and our truest self, and we are in the frequency of abundance, which we talked about yesterday, we've done our abundance audit, we have cleared out what we no longer need, what no longer serves us, then that is when we get to truly realign and receive abundantly. Receive these divine downloads, receive inspiration, creativity, receive the answers that we're looking for, because they are within every single one of you. They are within us. So whatever goal, whatever question you're asking for, whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve or obtain, You are a very highly powerful being, and you have the full capability to receive that. It's just that sometimes with the fear that we hold, past stories that we hold, limiting beliefs that we hold, topics around self-worth and self-love that limit us, cause blocks in our way. It's not that you're not able to achieve that goal or thing. It's just that there may be some obstacles in the way, some blocks in the way, which we will dive into more tomorrow. But today, the focus of today in this 5-day series, 5-part series in receiving more abundantly, in shifting and transforming our mindset into higher levels of consciousness, into thinking more abundantly, living more abundantly, is to receive more abundantly. The art of receiving abundantly, knowing that there is abundance all around us, and all we need to do is to zoom out our perspective, tap back in to our truth, and get into energetic alignment. And this is everything that I coach and teach and guide my clients through on a very deep personal level. So if you want further guidance on that, then come speak to me. But today is just about receiving. Project the energy out into the universe that you are here expecting miracles and magic, that you are here expecting abundance, that you are going to receive everything that you need, and that in turn will come back to you. Put into the chat if you believe that. Put into the chat if you've experienced this. Because at the end of the day, it's not the goal that we're after. It's what comes after the goal. It's the sense of achievement. It's the joy. It's the elation. It's the elevated emotions. It's the improved relationships. It's the sense of security, the sense of peace and clarity and confidence. And with clarity and confidence come results. The byproduct of clarity and confidence is the result that we are seeking, is the result that we're looking for, the result that we desire. So, just going to check here. Here we are. So, short training today. Very excited to be here. And know that you are an abundant being. Abundance is your birthright. Abundance surrounds you. How can you be more abundant today? I was talking yesterday with one of my dear friends who attended yesterday's live, and he said that it's so true how all of these things can just pass us by so quickly. And this is one of the key things that I talk about with my clients, is celebrating the small wins. Similarly, it's recognizing the miracles, no matter how big or small it might be, that we encounter, that we might overlook. And then, because it doesn't arrive in the way that we expect, we feel like we aren't abundant. We feel like we aren't working toward our goals. The truth is, it's all there for us. It's destined for you. But what are any blocks that you might be experiencing? They might be emotional stories that are tied to generational patterns, history. This runs very deep. And this is the purpose of day 3, was to start day 1 off, setting the foundation, getting clear and clearing out things that don't serve us, things that we can let go of. Then yesterday was about just getting in the frequency of abundance. What does it actually mean to think on a higher level that invites more into our lives? And then today, which runs very deep, and this is why I run 6-month, 12-month programs with my clients, is that when it comes to the art of receiving abundantly, are you opening your eyes? Are you zooming out of your situation and recognizing the things in your life that make you abundant, that are actually purposefully placed in your way for a divine purpose? Even when we don't understand the timing of things, it's beyond us. So the art of receiving abundantly gets to be simple. It just simply means zooming out of your situation, recognizing what it is that's around you, your environment, your house, your situation, and then coming to a place of gratitude as well, being grateful for it. And the more you tap into this energy, the more you receive, the more things get easier. The easier things get, the easier things get, the easier it is to see things around you, the easier it is to obtain the goals that you're aiming for. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. This is why I consider it an art, the art of receiving abundantly, because even though abundance and receiving is our natural state, it becomes an art because in this world that we live in today that is full of technology and distraction, it can be more and more challenging to just sit and to be still with ourselves and with our thoughts and in our minds. Eddie, enjoy your meal at the restaurant with your parents. So excited for you to tune into the replay. I think you'll really enjoy it. Really your style. So start to look around and recognize what you're grateful for. Blessings are coming through your way, maybe just not in the way that you expected. But who are we to limit the universe? Who are we to limit this unlimited, infinite universe of the way that blessings come our way? Because we might have this one idea of how we want something to come to us, whereas there are multiple points to receive, right? And so how are you receiving that? Are you activated to receive? The art of receiving. So, some 5 key points as we wrap up today. And the last thing I want to mention is that if we have a goal or we have something that we want to obtain or something that we desire, when we pressure ourselves to figure things out, sometimes most times we operate from a place of fear, of doubt, of worry, and this will cause us to make decisions that are out of alignment, that are not according to our truth. And this is when we start to experience blocks and frustration, when we try to force the answer. And this is why it's so important to get into energetic alignment. And I share this in day 2 and day 1, the process. And when we can step out of this is when we start to operate above the line. We are no longer feeling stuck. We're no longer encountering problems that we feel are impossible to solve. And so by just adding more pressure to the situation to figure things out. And I'm going to emphasize this, you'll hear me say this a lot, but it's about leaning in, getting into this energetic alignment so that you can make decisions from a place of truth and a place of calm and peace, certainty, clarity, and confidence, right? These are the 3 C's. Answers will come to you with ease. This is where you get to trust your intuition. This is what I teach inside of my programs, is how to sharpen your intuition so that you can trust it, not to question it, and the steps that you can take in order to make things happen, to start moving your feet in a way that is aligned and gets to flow and gets to be easy. So as we wrap up here today, 5 key things for you to take home with you and to apply. We'll meet back here tomorrow, same time, and I'd love to hear what your takeaways were. If you commit and you put work in, that is what you will receive back. It is simply, I say this from the deepest place of love, it's simply not enough to listen to this and to listen to me and to expect that, woo, now I am abundant. I've signed up for this 5-day abundance challenge. It's time for me to be abundant. I'm going to get the pay raise, which, by the way, one of my clients did 60% pay raise, but she did the work. We did the work together. It's going to require you to move your feet and to work. I've shown up these last few days. Are you ready to show up for yourself? So 5 key things today. Recognize that you are abundant. Abundance is around you, everywhere it exists. Abundance is your birthright, and this is an abundant universe. Number 1. Number 2 is to be open to receive. How do we do this? Well, I talked yesterday and the first day of how we can get into this place of receiving, getting in the frequency of alignment and abundance. And I teach more of these techniques inside of my program. So be open to receive. Whenever you feel blocks come your way, this might, well, it does limit the universe and how you receive. This is number 3. Keep in mind that the how and the when is not up to you. This is when we can tend to add pressure. This is when we can start to force. But when we can lean into the fact that all you have to take care of is you, your energy, and the how and the when will take care of itself. The how and the when is not up to us. It's not up to you. We will frustrate ourselves and burn ourselves out trying to figure out the how and the when. It will happen. But this is why I emphasize that the work needs to happen as well from your side. And I say that from the deepest place of love. Right? I did not step out of my highly abusive relationships just by chilling out. I had to do the work. I had to physically get myself out of that situation. I had to do some work. I had to spend some energy. And a lot of tears were shed as well. But there needs to be some work done there. And then I spent over 2 years of emotional clearing, deep emotional healing work. I did the work. I would not be here today if it wasn't for that work that I did. So what does that look like for you, whether it's financial, career-wise, relational, whether it's self-worth, image, self-love? I'm holding my fingers up like this to remember that there's the fifth thing, which is to hold the frequency of abundance. That's the fifth thing that you'll want to take with you today. And I showed you exactly how to do this yesterday as you hold the frequency of getting in the frequency of abundance. Once you are there, how to keep it there. And that's your job. Once you recognize that you're abundant, once you're open to receive, that you're not limiting the universe of the ways that you receive for your abundance, you're not worried about the how and the when, so you're not forcing, you're leaning in, right? You're leaning in and you're trusting. This can be the toughest part, but it gets to be easy with practice. And there are lots of different ways that I share inside of my programs of how to do this, to sharpen your intuition, to trust your intuition and to act on it so that you have clarity, you have confidence, you have certainty in all that you're doing. The rest takes care of itself. And then to hold that frequency of abundance, to hold that frequency and to trust in the process. This can be the most challenging part, especially now in a world where we so expect things to happen like that, the snap of a finger. But this is deep transformation. This is lifelong transformation. This is not a quick fix. And so whether you expected to come here to feel really really good in a different way. Perhaps you feel really good, but I'm sharing the hard truth right now because my job as a coach, the big part of what I do is I am my client's biggest cheerleader. I cheer them on, but I call them out. I call them out when required. I call them out when I know that they're not doing the work. I know when they're not doing the work, and I call them out. Why? Because I'm here to hold you accountable to your greatness. I see greatness in you. You are not broken, you are whole. My job is to hold you accountable to that greatness that you have within you and to call you out when necessary. So lovingly to you, I'm telling you now that you are so abundant and so powerful beyond belief. But your job, what you need to do, is to clean up your side of the street. What are you doing to take care of that? What steps are you taking, right? This doesn't just happen automatically. It requires work. But when the work is aligned, it feels amazing. It doesn't feel like work. We just take inspired action. And it gets to be fun. It gets to be easy. And this is exactly what I teach inside of my programs, The Wise Woman, which I'll share with you tomorrow. But if you have any questions, you can come in to my inbox and ask me any questions, but I'll share more about The Wise Woman, where I share a lot about how to sharpen your intuition. I teach from the mindset, physical, and nutrition perspectives, soul, spirit perspectives. So that's one way that you can get more of that support, and I'll share more about that tomorrow in tomorrow's session when we talk more about blocks and breaking past blocks and fears, and inside of my one-on-one coaching containers, of course. So deep work, deep transformational work. This stuff that I'm sharing with you is very potent, but it will only go so far. So you can be totally transformed for the rest of your life, or you might need a little bit more support. That's completely up to you, but know that you have all of the answers within you. I'm simply here to activate you and to remind you of your power. So I believe that is all that I wanted to share with you today. And I think I actually wanted to wrap up with one last thing. And I'm going to have to head into my Instagram post. But this was something that was around abundance. And I believe that it's something that we all need to hear right now, is that we as human beings are literally, hello Talia, thank you. So glad that you love it. We as human beings are literally made of stardust. Nearly all elements in the human body were formed in stars from old supernovas. Lisa, that's totally fine. You're here now. Welcome. And this is a quote from Carl Sagan: the nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies, yum, were made in the interiors of collapsing stars. Wow. We are made of star stuff. You are made of cosmic dust of infinite proportion. Now, if that is not abundance, I don't know what is. This is abundance. The fact that you are made from the same thing of stars. And just look around. So how in the world, how in the universe, rather, would you not receive what you desire? But it's simply about breaking past any blocks. And the blocks are the things that we place ourselves. No one places it there. We place them ourselves. Out of protection, out of fear, out of old stories. But because we do that, we can be encouraged that we have the power to break past them as well. Lisa says, when my dog just passed, I was holding him and I felt what felt like stardust go through me. I haven't told anyone this. Thank you. Thank you for letting me share that. Thank you for sharing your heart. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Exactly, Lisa. You're such a gem. Thank you for being here. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for your energy. This has been day 3. We've gone pretty deep in such a short amount of time. And so if you are yet to catch the replay, enjoy and definitely drop your insights. And if you are not in our Telegram chat, this is where you'll want to drop all your questions so that I can actually come in. You can basically borrow my brain. I'm offering my brain for the duration of this challenge, for this reset, this abundance reset, for you to ask any questions that you have there for further support, because I'm here for you and you deserve abundance. Oh, Lisa, thank you for putting what I felt into words. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Please rewatch this. I know that you hopped on a little bit later, so feel free to rewatch this, and I trust that it serves you in this time. So tomorrow we meet, same time. We're talking all things how to push back blocks, and I will also share a little bit more about some of the other ways that you can dive deeper into this work with me, which is going to be such a treat. So have fun, remember, recognize you are abundant, be open to receive, do not limit the universe, don't worry about the how or the when, and hold that frequency of abundance. Trust in the process. And I'm so excited to hear about the breakthroughs that come from this. So all my love, have a wonderful day, and thank you. Bye.